Hello everyone, Master Jason Feng Shui is sharing with you knowledge related to astrology today. Again, today's topic will be on palmistry. In my experience of conducting 八字 and 紫微斗数, consultation with clients and also in the Feng Shui audit sessions, I would often ask my clients to show me their palm because the palm actually is unique to all of us in the sense that there's no two palms that are exactly of having the shape, having the same kind of lines, or having the same kind of what we call shapes. So the reading of the palms can actually be very accurate. Uh, uh, Especially right when we are able to see the palms together with the 八字 or the 紫微斗数 birth charts. I have oftentimes, for example, I have seen some of my clients who have relationship problems. Indeed, I look at their lines that is representing the love or relationship. Usually, there'll be broken lines, or there'll be a lot of what I call splits right within those lines that indicate emotional issues, or having third party in their relationship, so on and so forth. So I believe, right, if we can learn palmistry and can take this into consideration also, especially for my students, right, in their 八字 and 紫微斗数 reading, it will help them a lot. So I will run through some of the basic concepts in terms of palmistry with you today, because a lot of us are interested in the aspect in terms of wealth and money. So I will especially focus on this area today. So thank you very much, Yvonne, for watching. And without further ado, let's take a look at some of the basic things that we have to learn first in palmistry. So let me open my tablet. Okay. Let me turn on my tablet first, and then to show you from you know using my the drawings that I made. So I also have to disclaimer my drawings are very ugly. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to draw. I'm not very good in drawing. So pardon me if you see the palms that I draw, right? Their shapes are kind of weird, right? But without further ado, I believe, right, what I have drawn will be clear enough to bring across the important points, right, in terms of palmistry. So in terms of palmistry, right, there are three lines that are usually the most important. What we in Chinese call the 天文、地文还有人文. They are called the 天文, the line that is representing the aspect of a relationship or love or marriage is the first line. I believe many of you would have known this. And the second line, right, is the career line and is called the 人文. And the third line is called the 生命线 or the 地文. So 天地人三才我们在八字里面也是有甚至在紫微斗数里也是有看得到就是天地人三才那其实呢，我们的就好像八字跟紫微斗数一样他们都有互相影响的一个关系就是等于呢，如果你的感情线就是说跟事业线，他们互相某一些不好的影响就代表呢你的事业可能会被你的感情影响到。也是可能呢，你的事业也会影响你的生命，所以呢，所有的线我们都需要一起来看他们的距离还有他们的那个清楚的那个清楚度到哪里了。那中文里面就有说了，三才文上得分明，一生时运可昌云，一文冲破便无情就是代表什么呢？其实我们这些线我们手中的线其实最好就是清清楚楚的，然后呢，比较说看起来是比较很分明了，很 clear，一看出来你就知道哪一条线就是哪一条线。有些他们的 palms 很不清楚的，你打开了有时候分不清楚哪一条线是哪一条线的。其实不清楚的话呢，是对运气有一个不好的影响，尤其是你的生命线。 如果你的生命线嘛很飞呢，或者很不清楚的话嘛，那其实也是很大时候代表有一个身体不好的一个状况，或者你的生命线有断的时候嘛。It's like whenever you see that your line that represents your life, right? Especially the the third line, what we call the 地纹啊，这个地纹嘛，是代表我们的身体健康还有人生的发展。When you see a broken line, on the line itself, right? For example, the lifeline having a broken line, usually means that you will experience some kind of major obstacles in life or problems or surgery or operation. Like yesterday, I have saw these. I have seen this palm of an elderly woman. There's a broken line in her kind of like the earlier part of her line, right? There's a broken line over there. So that so I actually asked her, did she experience any major crisis during that period? She actually mentioned yes, right? During her younger days, she actually had some form of lymphatic malfunctioning, which caused a swelling on her leg, which caused her to have operation. So, of course, if we double check using her Baozi chart and Zuido Su chart, it will further enhance the accuracy of the reading. So, palmistry should not be taken lightly. But of course, right now we due to the fact that right face reading right nowadays a lot of people go for plastic surgery. Sometimes they put on makeup. Sometimes due to Photoshop or the camera setting, they will automatically beautify their appearance or whatever, right? So most of the time I will not conduct face reading for clients who are not face to face with me, right? Unless you are in my office, you are face to face with me, I will conduct face reading for you. But I usually will reject digitally altered photo because it's no longer accurate. Because the digital manipulation, they will cause your nose to be sharper, your eyes to be bigger, etc. etc. So it will no longer be accurate. But palmistry can be very accurate because the different lines will actually show you a lot of things, right? And when you compare them together with your Baozi and Zuido Su charts, it can be very accurate. So I will encourage all of us to learn some palmistry if you are interested in astrological reading. 所以呢，就是说三才文身家业广啊，自家必有一招先。Means right if the three lines on your palms are clear and they are deep and they are running smoothly, most of the time you will have prosperity in life. You will have very positive developments in terms of your career and in terms of your family also. So this is something to be taken note of. But some of the things that we can straight away tell if someone is going to be prosperous, right? I actually draw some, right? I have to draw some. So hopefully my tablet will not clash today. So the first one that you will be able to tell immediately if you are able to have a lot of money in life is this 钱财文, or what we in English call the wealth lines. They are actually located at this part of our palms, below the ring finger and the little finger, right? This part of our palms. If you look at your palms, right, all of us should open your palms right now and then stare, right? Do you see a lot of lines? Oh, fortunately, I do have some, right? I do have some here, right? A lot of lines, right, running down, right? As long as they are deep and there are many of them, the deeper of them, the better. And also, I mean, the more clear and the many of them you see on your palms, it actually is an indication of being able to achieve great wealth in life. So how many of you have this line, right? If you have this line, just want to congratulate you. All right, perhaps I will show you mine, right? Mine is somewhere here, right? Not sure if you can see. You can see a lot of lines here, a lot of lines at this area. So not sure if you can see, but you can look at your own, right? It's somewhere below the ring finger and your what I call the little finger, right? So if you have a lot of lines doing at that area, right, usually means you'll be able to achieve great wealth, able to receive wealth from many different channels, right, in life, having multiple incomes, right? They are usually kind of small lines running below your pinky, your little finger is somewhere here. You can see a lot of lines here. They are deep, right? And that will usually indicate, right, throughout your life, you will be able to, receive money very easily. All right. So let me show you the graph again. Pardon my drawing. All right. I'm no artist. I'm not very good in drawing, but these are the areas, right? They have to look for, right? Usually have a lot of lines there. They are deep, means right you'll be able to have a great amount of able to accumulate very great amount of wealth. Okay, so do take a look, right, to see if you have this area. Okay, anyone of you able to find them right on your palm? If you have them, congratulations. Usually it means that you'll be able to achieve great wealth in this lifetime. Okay, so hopefully you are able to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, the second one is that you have to take note of, right, is what we call the, right, my tablet is a little bit having problems again. So let me try to open. Seems to be stuck. All right. So the second one that you have to take note of is this line. Okay. All right. It is called the indirect wealth line. All right. Like just this afternoon, I have conducted the indirect wealth crash course for my students. Many of you have attended this afternoon course. Thank you so much for attending. And in fact, if you open your palm, right, you will see that if you see that there's a line running down, right, somewhere, right, below a straight line running down your ring finger. I also have it. It is the indirect wealth line, right? This is the indirect wealth line. Then this is also a line that as long as it's deep, as long as it's very clear, it means that throughout your life you will have a lot of financial opportunities, and money will always be surrounding you, right? Always be around you. And beside having a very good positive career development, right, you will also be able to focus on very specialties. Your specialties means you have very expertise knowledge in a particular field of work, and through this expertise, you'll be able to generate very great wealth. So just observe if it is long, right? Is my long? I do have one line here also, right? One line here long. If it's long, it's deep, it is very clear, right, that it will be a sign of indirect wealth, right? You will be able to achieve a great indirect wealth in life. As I mentioned before, indirect wealth is wealth that you can obtain without much hard work, without putting in a lot of time and effort, right? And it is usually something that is very favored, greatly favored by many people. And it also means that throughout your life, you will not lack money to use. You will always have more than sufficient money to use. So it is a very good thing to see on your palms, all right? So any one of you are able to find all these lines that I just mentioned. If you are able to find those, then congratulations. Jay Key's parents. Oh my God, I don't have the lines. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. All right, these are just some of the signs, right? Ultimately, I have to be very honest. Ultimately, you still have to look at your budget to those two charts. That will be the most accurate way to determine if you will be able to have great wealth in life. Because as I mentioned, right, in my this afternoon course also, by determining the strength of your day master and looking at your decade trend or your yearly trend or even month and day of your lives, due to the fact that time is always represented by the metaphor of the heavenly stems and the earthly branches, which consists of energy. So you'll be able to tell whether you are going through a positive, period financially or negative period financially. All right. Palmistry is more a secondary consideration, but it is still helpful, right? If you are able to know both, right, it will help you a lot in your budget reading or in your 主 reading. Okay, so the third one that we will need to talk about, right? Usually, right, people who have this kind of like what we call 井啊井字纹，好，我们叫做井字纹。通常井字纹他们都蛮厉害的。Most of the time, right, their work performance is very good. They're very clever, very capable, very talented. and usually they will be able to achieve also very satisfactory results, especially in terms of wealth. They will be able to achieve very good wealth in life, and also most of the time being able to receive help from noble people，就是医生很多贵人呐、那有贵人很重要啊。其实我们在事业上哦，有贵人的话，能够让我们就是少辛苦几十年啊，对不对？所以呢，你看一下自己的命盘不是命盘就是手掌啦。Take a look at your palms. Are you able to find this kind of well shape? What I call well shape is like the well, right? In Chinese, it's called a well. The character, well, right? Yeah, in Chinese, right? It is written like that, right? So if you see all these logos, so not also logos, but patterns or shapes on your palm, it is also a sign that usually you were born in a very wealthy family, and you will be very talented, and also right there will be very positive career developments in life, and always receiving the help from noble people. So this is another very positive sign, and most of the time, right, you can you can be assured that you will not lack money to use also, and you will also be able to have both positive and financial development. Okay, so this is definitely something very good. And other sign that we can look at, right, is this thing called what we call, okay, let me okay, let me kind of like show you, right. Another thing that is very good to observe, right, on our palm is called inheritance line, right. This inheritance line, right, basically is somewhere near to your 生命线 or your lifeline, right. At the bottom there's there's a line that is stick together with your lifeline, right. This is actually a sign of being able to receive a very great inheritance from your parents or from the elders from your family. Of course, right, throughout our life, right, another type of indirect wealth is, of course, inheritance. Do you have to work for inheritance? I don't know. Maybe to some extent, it is not based on how hard you work. Sometimes it's also depends on how wealthy your parents are, or whether you are favored on, or they love you enough to impart onto you their inheritance. But usually, if you have this line, right, that is at the bottom of your lifeline, right, there is there's a line that is kind of stick together, but it branch to the other side, right. Perhaps I will show you. Somehow I also have this line, right. So perhaps I believe all of you have this line, right. You can see, right, this line here, right. The line comes down, this is the lifeline, comes down from this way, and then at the bottom it branch out, right. The other line that is branching out the other side, right. That is the inheritance line. So if you have this inheritance line, it is also a positive sign for great wealth. Means you'll be able to receive great wealth from your parents, right? Which is very good, right? I mean, your parents will be able to leave behind something for you, which is a very, it is a very positive thing. Means, you know, is a kind of blessing, right? So-called a kind of blessing. So you can observe this line to see if you are able to find it. And other positive sign that we should look for, right? This one is called the sun 三月纹哈，叫做三月纹哈。这个三月纹呢，它是代表什么呢？It actually means okay. Let me first tell you where is it. It is on your index finger. This is our index finger. At our joint, right? At our joint, right? If you observe mine, right? I don't have it. It's a three lines across the index finger. Actually, this one, right? If you have three lines across the index finger here, it means that you have very positive marriage and you will have help from your spouse. And I don't have it. All right, I don't have it. All right, sadly speaking, I don't have it. I only have two lines, one line, right? Both hands, two lines. So I don't have help from spouse or my although I I don't have a very great relationship in life, right? Which none of us have a very perfect relation. None of us have a perfect life. But if you have it, right, say you are a woman and you have three lines here, three lines here, it means that you'll be able to marry a very wealthy husband, right? Who then you can become a tai tai. Tai tai in English means wealthy wife who can just stay at home and enjoy life. Okay, so all the girls out there, look at your index finger, all right? See if you can observe these three lines, right, along this part, this joint here. If you have three lines here, usually you will have very positive marriage. You will be able to be benefited greatly from the your husband's wealth. Your man your sorry I mean your husband will give you allowance every day just to go shopping. Your main job is basically wake up in the morning, your helper make you a beautiful breakfast, then you drive your Rolls Royce to the supermarket, not supermarket, maybe LV shop or whatever, do your shopping, then come back, have lunch, do your spa, have a massage, and right, basically that's your day. Then in the evening, you watch some video, YouTube video, like WhatsApp video. Then you go to sleep, right? So very beautiful life, right? If you have this kind of life, right, especially for women, right, you'll be able to marry a very loving husband, and the marriage will usually be very stable. Okay, and of course, likewise, right? For men, if you are able to find this kind of three lines on your index finger, it means that you will marry a wife that is also very helpful for you. She will be able to help you out in your career development, or help you to take good care of your family, so that you don't have to worry about not having enough clothing, clean clothing to wear to go to work, or not having enough food, when you come back from work at night, right, for dinner. And usually, right, men, right, who have three lines on this finger will also experience help from local people of the opposite gender. Means right，就说医生会很多女贵人女贵人就是说，如果你是男生的话，你这边有三条线，你一生都会有很多女贵人女贵人就是说，可能是说你的客人大部分是女孩子，然后呢，他们给你很多的一个生意给你很多生意这种又或者呢，本身你的会有很好的人缘就是这样子所以是蛮好的一个线来的。大家有没有看得到自己有没有看一下自己的手指如果手指有的话嘛，这个是很不错的那还有一个就是呢，有一个或者我直接画出来我们的手掌通常都是这样子有一条线在这边然后这边有一条线下来，有一条线下来有一个格局也是很好，它叫做一个 M 型的手掌，好像大概在这里有一条线这样从这里下来这个 M 型的手掌呢，也是代表你会有很有钱。M 字这个手掌那就可能你记住了，好像叫 money 这个 money palm 这个也是一个很有钱的一个手掌所以如果你看到你的线嘛，这里有一条下来我看我自己有没有我其实也有我其实也有所以可是很多人都有啦。他们说你看这里有一个 M 对不对？一条线下来一条线下来，然后这里下来，这里也是下来，然后中间有条线这样下来嘛。这个也是一个代表呢money palm， 你是会得到财富啦，在这个人生当中会得到财富，所以这个也是一个很好，你们自己看一下咯因为其实蛮容易看的啦，看手掌也不需要说学什么天干地支什么背什么星星什么紫微贪狼武曲那种等等比较复杂可是如果呢，你看到一件事情呢，就是说你这边你这边有些他们这边会分开嘞，或者我画出来给你看我画出来给你看突然间想到我就告诉你们了if your palm right the lines here right all right if your palms okay I'm not very good in drawing, have to pardon me okay so this is our hand all right so we always have the love line here then here come down with the lifeline, and this is the career line. Some people, right, the lifeline and the career line actually they don't join together, right? This kind of people are very proactive, right? Proactive. 就是他们做什么事情都很主动啊，有时候太过主动了。那好不好呢？Depends 啦，因为如果你要做大事情哦，好像尤其是做生意的人嘛，有时候他们就要需要突然间有一个灵感，就要有一个行动能力哦，我们叫做行动力。那这种人的行动力会比较强的哦。为什么呢？因为他想到东西，就是说他不会想太久。其实好像在生意上你要成功的嘛，有时候真的不能够想太久啊。就是机会来了，你就要借助那个机会哦。过去了啊，就没有了，那个机会就会完，就是完了哈。收招過後冇頂塔嘛，冇艇塔嘛，係咪？就是有時候 when the opportunity comes, right, this kind is kind of opportunities, opportunistic, right? These are people are more opportunistic and more action oriented. So is it good for the modern action oriented? Is it good, right, for especially in the business world? I would say in some extent, yes, because they are able to take action first, try out first to see whether they will become successful or not. And usually is by, doing, by testing, by trial and error that you'll be able to find your success, right? So usually this kind of people, 我们叫做创智奖哦，创智奖 right, is very much like the 串啊，我们叫三条线啊，串智奖。这种人也是很容易成功啊，因为他们敢做，有什么事情是先做了才算。其实也是好，如果你从就是打个比喻哈，好像现在很多人喜欢拉布布，对不对？那你就懂得哪里便宜嘛，好像泰国的拉布布便宜，那你就很快的行动打飞去泰国买很多拉布布，在新加坡里面卖，那你就能够赚到钱啊，对不对？可是你这样不想诶，拉布布啊，其实它的赚钱能够赚多少呢？我搭飞机去泰国会不会淹水，然后不能够下飞机？或者你担心很多东西，然后说拉布布啊，它其实呢就是说总之很多 unnecessary worries 啦。就是呢，有些人嘛，他们一辈子都不成功，就是因为想太多啊。他们想东西嘛，想过太过深入。人家已经成功回来赚到一笔钱了，他还就是想，哎呀，我要不要 invest 进去呢？所以嘛，其实坦白说嘛，我们在现代社会哦，你懂得抓到机会是很重要的。好像有一个机会来让你学一些东西，或者让你做一笔生意，你抓得住哦，那你就会跳上去了哈。你跳了上去嘛，你再掉下来，这种也不会掉很多嘛，哈，因为我看过很多人生就是这样，他们很敢的抓住一个人生的机会，突然间就上去了，一上去了吧，他已经在那个好像在 moon 了，你掉下来也可能不会掉了很低嘛，所以这种人呢，只能够说我们在掌上学上面看到哦，这种命格人通常比较说敢做。然后勇敢抓到机会咯，所以比较容易成功哈。那也是算是一个好的一个一个 palm 了哈。So if you have this kind of line, right, that is separated, right, in the sense that this because this is our lifeline, this is our career line. If it is separated, means right, you usually do not overthink, you do not over worry, you try out first, you take action to seize the opportunity first. And usually is by doing so, right, you'll be able to achieve great wealth and success in life. Okay. So do take a look to see if you I'm not saying that those that are joined together is not good. Some people are like that, right? For example, they are joined together. But usually people who have these two lines joined together, if you are joined too much together, right, means you take too long to consider. And sometimes, right, when you are done considering, the opportunity is already gone, especially nowadays our business world is always so erratic, so changing like at the speed of light, right? Once you miss the opportunity, it is already gone. All right. So there are pros and cons. I will not say what is better, but depending on your own chart, budget chart and also chart also. Like for example, you have a lot of indirect wealth during a specific period, and you also see that your line, right, is someone who think too much, then you should actually correct yourself. Right? You should try to seize the opportunity first, and then try it out first, right? Test out the opportunity first. Then, if you are able to grasp the opportunity, build on it, and make yourself successful, then then you will have a much better life condition in the sense, right? Financially speaking, you will be more wealthy and don't have to worry so much about living anymore, right? Okay. So the next one, right, is these three these three things called three things. What I call is like if you look at your palms, right, there is always these three. One, two, three, like a small hill over here, like popping up, right? A little bit of pump here, right? Like a pump here, a little bit of pump, right? Like when you press on it, right, it will bounce back, right? Press on it, it will bounce back, right? These three things, I don't know how should I put it in English, but these three things here, right? If it is very swelling, and is red in color, and usually it's a positive pump, right? For wealth, right? Positive sign for wealth. Mine is pretty okay. 50 pump when you press on it, it actually bounce back, right? So if you have this kind of like what I call, I don't know how to call it in English, but like a little bit of bump here, like baby fat kind of feeling, right? So this is also another sign of great wealth in life, right? 我们在这个就是古书里面他有说哈，这个是呢我们叫做三峰拱起悬离坤圆满高于种养圆。这个红种，你懂什么是红种吗？就是我们叫做那个 dates 好像 red dates 一样，你吃到那个红种有时候我们吃那个糖水里面有那个红枣哈红枣有时候我们去喝糖水里面有那个红枣嘛，对不对？圆满高如枣圆枣秧圆好像有3粒红枣在这边我算不算红呢？蛮算红的了有1粒，有2粒，有3粒然后红红肿肿，好像一个红枣这样圆圆的那就代表呢，你也是一辈子不愁吃不愁穿那也是蛮好的所以这里看一下这里有没有这个红枣三粒红枣山峰堆起悬离坤肉满高如众样圆光泽更加红润色，家中金玉有良田是什么意思呢？就是我们看到我们手掌嘛，其实我们这里这个地方叫做什么？叫做呢巽卦这里叫做离卦这里叫做坤卦，就是代表其实我们看八字嘛天干地支，还有我们易经里面的卦嘛，全部都是代表一个方向只是说这边中间这个中指以下这边是代表离卦，也是代表其实代表南方可是这个看风水才会用得到。总之呢，这个巽卦巽卦这个地方这个离卦的地方，还有这个坤卦的地方呢，有3块肉，好像红枣这样圆圆很红的，然后很 bouncy 的然后呢很肉肉的感觉光泽更加红润色嘛，就是你看起来好像很光亮的我的还好看起来很光，然后呢很滑很润的，有红色在上面，1个、2个、3个。那这个家中金玉有良田就是说你的家有钱，然后又有地又有 property 这种就会代表有很好的发展那这个也是代表有福禄寿福禄寿就是代表什么？这个就是福，就是你的 fortune 有 fortune 有 luck 我们就说有 luck。兴我们叫兴就新加坡人喜欢说兴兴兴这样嘛，对不对？禄就是那个 prosperity 啦我们在紫微斗数里面也有化禄嘛，对不对？有禄存星这种都是代表了你的钱财很不错，禄存化禄这种嘛福禄寿的禄咯然后最后这个寿就是 longevity 这个是代表 longevity， 就是你一辈子嘛又长寿又有钱又有福气，那是不是很好？那当然是很好了所以呢，这个也是能够看到你有没有财运的一个我们叫做一个signal 大家可以打开自己的手掌来看一下这个也是蛮准的啦那还有呢，就是说还有一个呢，就是说我们这个 line 嘛，有时候这个我画出来给你看，如果你的 palm 是这样子好， 在这个地方哈，我们这个地方了我随便画了这里嘛，有时候我们其实呢赚钱是需要有点第六感的，他们说。那这种嘛，如果你看到这里有这条线嘛，它是大概在这条线这样下来我换了个颜色，它这个线这样下来那这个呢，这个叫做呢路马线。那这种有路马线的人，通常也是呢，他们很有那个第六感赚钱的第六感就是他们感觉突然间有一天觉得自己很幸运，然后呢就去就是新加坡可能是说一个简单的例子，就喜欢去买马票，对不对？突然间感觉那一天很幸运那种通常就有这种绿马线，然后呢就靠着第六感呢就赚到他的一桶金回来所以你也可以看一下自己有没有这条线我有没有呢？我的比较浅我的好像比较浅可是还是有一点点啦，有一点点啦。所以呢，你看这条线对不对？你有没有这条线看一下有没有这条线。如果它很长又很深这样下去嘛那就是代表呢，你能够靠着你的第六感赚到大钱又或者呢，你本身呢会很有地位能够成为可能一国之君旁边的那种高人我们就说高人，就是有贵气医生有贵气然后呢，这个也是呢一个我们叫做呢，也是能够让你创业的因为其实很多人创业嘛，都不是 logic 来创业的，他们是靠着自己的灵感来创业，所以有这条线也是可以创业Good evening, Mr. Fabian 所以就是这样子了还有一个呢，叫做我们叫做 OK， 或者我画出来那有一个叫做呢入住线这个入住线呢也是代表你一生聪明它是会这样子它的那个入住线是这样子它是这样子你的手掌是这样子然后你的 palm 是这样子大概是从这里一条线，一个感情线，然后这里你的生命线然后这里是你的事业线，然后呢它会这样子的这个入住线是中指这样下去有时候也会这样下来那这个线呢也是代表你一生聪明就是呢会除了有钱之外了也是代表呢你的人很聪明能够靠着你的就是你的 talent 你的那个天赋你的天赋能够赚到大钱所以你们也是可以看一下自己有没有我这里就有一条这里就有一条就是给你们看一下，就是你们也可以看到有没有就是这里有一条这样下去，对不对这个也是这个预祝线在这里所以你们看一下自己有没有，也是代表你能够靠着聪明的才能能够或者很深的一个学问来赚到钱那还有一个呢叫做三奇纹我们的手掌如果你看到你的手掌呢是这样子的话我画出来就是 pardon me 啦我的图画我不是画的很美了可是这个你们至少能够了解那个线大概是从哪里看这个三奇纹也是一个代表能够有钱的一个纹来的它是第一条线是从这里下去的，然后第二条线是从这里下去然后第三条线是这样下去这样刚刚好分布这个叫做就一个我们叫做在这个正宫的掌开始下来三条线所以这个人我们呢也是会非常有钱这种人也是会非常有钱的所以呢这种呢也是叫做摇钱树叫做摇钱树，摇钱树了是代表呢你一辈子就好像呢你的生命有一个money plan 在你的身边会让你呢一直会有钱下来。On top or below 你是说问哪一个就是说刚才的那个线还是这个我们所说的摇钱树呢你或者tip 就是可以再告诉我一下如果呢我就是说你看到这个摇钱树这烧钱圈呢是非常好也是非常好的 哦，这个是叫做就是你一辈子都 OK。对不起啊，我没有收那个 screen 出来啊。这个就是我们摇钱树了哈。里面打开你们的手掌take a look at your palms. You have these three lines right on your palm, right? It is also very auspicious, all right? And lastly, all right, if you are able to have these okay, some people, right, they don't have these three lines, but they have kind of like this palm, right? Inside their palm, they are able to see this 签我们叫做怎么说千经文呢？千经文呢？它是这样子的它是这样子我就尽量画出来啊。有时候我画东西，我并不是说画的很好，可是它是这样子哈。或者我重新再来这个手掌有点太丑了，我再画好一点，好给大家看我再画一点给大家看。So if you open your palm, right? Okay, if you open your palm, your thumb is here. I will try my best. Right? I'm sorry, it's still very ugly, but you get what I mean, right? This is a palm, right? This is a palm, okay? And what happened is that, right? You see, look at your palm, right? It goes like this, right? First of all, you have one line here, and then right, the other line, right? It goes this way. Sorry, I will choose the appropriate color, and then it goes like this, right? You have a center line. This is called a 千金文. Means throughout your life you will also be able to have a lot of money. Alright, 这个叫做千金文. 千金, of course, right, is very self-explanatory. It means you have a lot of gold, right? It will have a lot of gold. Having this kind of line, right, also means, right, you are also very generous. Usually means that you are very generous. Even though you are wealthy, you like to help people. You like to you like that kind of philanthropy, that kind of projects. You'll be able to enjoy very great wealth in this lifetime if you have this life, and you don't have to worry about money throughout your life. All right, which is very good. And you also will be able to achieve great success in the very early part of your life, right? 就是since young, right? You'll be able to achieve very quick success, right? So it is also a very good line. So there's a poem that goes like this: 人生越 okay, all right. Let me write properly. 人生越欲问荣华okay, and 文 okay. Sorry, let me okay. This line, right, means, right, you always be able to achieve great wealth, all right, in this lifetime. Okay, so the second line is 文玉千金直上家. Means, right, this line, right, this line is it goes up like that, right? And this is what we call the 千金文是使少年人得此. Right, means, right, if you are a youngster and you have this line, means 前程富贵有人夸. Means you'll be able to achieve great success in life, and people will respect you, even though that you are you are just a youngster, you are just a youth. All right, so do take a look if you have all these lines, right? But one thing to notice, right, if you have this line, you will tend to be 脾气暴躁, means you have a hot temper. So you must also learn to keep calm. Keep calm means, right, do not be anxious or do not be frustrated or angry easily. And as long as you are able to keep yourself, always, not to have hot temper, not to be frustrated easily, keep your emotions in check, you will be able to achieve extremely great wealth in this lifetime. And so today, I want to share, right, all the signs of, great wealth by looking at your palms, right? You'll be able to achieve great wealth if you have all these lines, right, on your palms itself. Huh? So, but ultimately, I have to encourage all of us to analyze our palms together with 八字 and 紫微斗数, because in 紫微斗数, for example, our 福德宫, our 财帛宫, 事业宫, 迁移宫, or even our 兄弟宫, all these will have an influence in terms of our wealth and our cash flow. And we should not neglect them, right? Because they will be able to give you a very accurate reading to even, we'll be able to break down your entire life into sessions. Like within these 5 years, what will happen? The next 5 years, what will happen? Within this particular year, what will happen? Right? Well, palmistry is not so precise because it's very hard to tell, right? When we look at a line, which is the particular year whereby you will, experience disaster or crisis. So use palmistry as a kind of secondary aid, as a kind of supplementary measure for your 八字 and 紫微斗数 reading. And together, you will be able to bring about very accurate forecast for your destiny. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully today's sharing is an interesting one. And I will see you all in the next live video. Do remember that the indirect wealth hacking course will be taking place next week, Sunday. The full course will be taking place next week, Sunday. And in the coming week, I may actually be able to successfully set up my Shopee installment payment mode. So means, right, in the future, most of my services will allow you to pay by installment, which means you will be able to submit your payment to 12 months. Let's say you attend a course for $1,000, you can only pay $100 per month for a duration of 12 months. So you can pay by installment, and it will not be, it will be more convenient for us, right? For those who prefer to pay by installment. But this is not confirmed yet, right? I still have to work out, it's my first time using this Shopee installment payment mode. I still have to test it out, make sure that it's working. Once it is working, I will, make an announcement for your, then you'll be informed of the payment method, how to use the Shopee Pay. So you also will need to have a Shopee account, right? I believe most of you have the Shopee account to do online shopping. So I will keep you updated. If you like my video, please press the like, subscribe, and the bell button. So in the next video, you'll be notified, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean, okay? So I will not be long-winded. So see you guys in the next live video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a beautiful Sunday evening. Bye-bye. Okay, something is wrong with my video. I can't seem to be able to leave this studio, so I will try to press again. All right, I will leave this studio.